So I just now got through with my song that I worked on all night. I was having a download issue. I mastered it, and I finally got it downloaded. I just now got to listen to it actually outside the computer. So I'll be ready to start in just a bit. I ain't gonna stay on long because it's late. I'm gonna listen to one more master I'd made before I get through here. So I'll be starting in just a bit.
Bro. How do we not hit a Zeri? I know someone's running it, but that's unlucky.
Trying to log into Twitch real quick. So hold on. I'd forgot I cleared my cookies. Hold on. You gotta go through the bullshit process as well. I like to go back to the days where you didn't have to have fucking text messages and emails to sign into fucking websites. Websites are a fucking bore these days. Having to log into them, you have to. They act like it's some kind of top secret thing or something. Why do you have to fool with that bullshit? I mean, fuck it. Let's order online messages and I hear myself. Emails to sign into fucking website. And yes, I'm live. No, I'm live. Let me get some music going. God, I miss the old days of the internet. When you could have an ID instead of your name, having to sign in with your name. All this other fucking bullshit. All this tyrannical bullshit, should I say. Tyrannical bullshit. It's tyrannical bullshit is what it is. Okay, hold on just a second. I miss the AOL days. Like some of those people were schmucks, but I just got smart with them back. I even wrote songs on several of them. That's my way I got back at them. I just wrote fucking songs about them. Okay, let's see. Oh, what's that called? Okay, here we go. I gotta also get back into the private mode. I don't like playing in the public. Although I think they took away some of those things that they did to people. I still don't like the public. I like being in my own private world. I hate all this stuff where you have to be connected with everybody. Okay, I want to play some copyright-free music here if I can find time. Here's a white ballad on affairs.
Stop the car. You must think I'm stupid.
Bad audio on a cyberpunk dark synth. Even my cyberpunk wasn't as good as Mr. Whitebat's. But I do the best I can. That sounds pretty neat, and I found a snazzy synth plugin to master it in. That's what I just got through listening to just right before I went live. I finally got to hear it after a night's struggle there. Okay, let me get into the game here. Like I said, I won't stay on long. Sorry, 5 a.m. in the morning. Oh yeah, I probably need to fix my sound. Okay, let's see. Microsoft. I will turn my music down so I ain't overshadowing my voice. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. I just hate all this clown world stuff we gotta go through today. It's a clown world. By the way, I'm done with politics. I'll still do a podcast, but I'm done with the fucking politics. I may just get out of it altogether. You know, there's a certain bloc in this country that doesn't even vote. I'm thinking about joining that bloc. They're all garbage. They don't represent none of us, y'all. They do not represent us. They represent themselves. It's just whichever devil you want to bow to. You get devils with the Democrats and devils with the Republicans. Each side is a devil. Maybe one side's aliens and the other side's devils. Green big goblins prancing around in Vegas.
My name's Charlie Reed. You don't know me, but I definitely know you. Hell of a rep you got. So listen, I don't know if you noticed, but private militaries are back in business. And there's one group of assholes taking serious advantage of the good publicity. Merryweather Security. I'm talking major recruitment drives, government contracts, and
Where's he at? Where's he located?
So, I've been putting together a team. A team of ex-military, reprobates, guns for hire, and good old-fashioned crooks. And we got one objective, doing what's right and putting Merryweather back in the box. And you know, making some serious paper while we're at it. I call us the Los Santos Angels. And listen, I want you to be the leader. All we need is some hardware, and a mentor, and an operations center. And then, we'll be good to go. Let me know what you think.
I'm just sick of everything. No, I'm sick of it all. I'll still run my mouth on a podcast, but it may not be politics. You know what defined Art Bell? He used to talk about all this stuff, and then he got burned out. And when he got burned out, he went to the dark side.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
What I mean by that is he started doing podcasts on the underworld, the shadow world. And it made him popular. And he got a popular talk show off of that. After he got tired of talking about the junk. The junk's no better today, it's just more wicked. There's other people out there covering the news. I don't need to cover it. There's Alex Jones. There's several other people. Many people. And then you got the mainstream garbage. Now, we do need a rebuttal to that. There's people much better than me. I'm going to devote my time to gaming, making music, which is what I spent the night. That's my first love, by the way. Making music is my first love. Let's see who this loud schmuck is. Some old fucking car. Loud schmuck. I'm sick of the people today, too. I'm sick of everything. I'm just sick of it all. Horrible attitudes. Rude people. Don't say nothing about me, I just get back at them. People can talk shit about me all they want to, but I just get back at them. Sick of society in general. You received $2,000 for continued good behavior. What good behavior does she do? Let's see if we can find this dude. Wonder where you find him at. Where's on he's located? I would say more, but I don't want to. There's things I'm thinking that I'm keeping. I found out that I can't control my fingers and my mouth. Because there's things I'm wanting to say that I'm not. I'm holding back. Something I don't usually do. I usually don't have a filter.
Hey, astronaut! You with us here? I was on time for a session and got caught in a total freeway shutdown.
You're rude.
Weak ass, is it?
She's rude. You better not mess with her. Let me look through the mails. Nothing. Okay. Gather yourself. Gather your thoughts.
Job, man, lay it on me.
I bet I'm not the only one. White van. Creep van. It's the news van, but it's painted like a creep van. And she's guidance. I don't care. Say fuck it. I don't care. Say fuck it. I don't care. Say fuck it. I don't care. I bet I'm not the only one that's burned out. Am I even talking? I need to pull over and make sure. I might be talking to the open air. I'm bad at muting it and forgetting it. No, I'm on. Maybe I should be muted though. Cause I'm just sick of everything. Don't worry, my new song though, it wasn't nothing about nothing like that. It's a story. A story about a guy and a girl and some enemies. That's all I'll tell you. That could be a song about anything. It's about a guy, a girl, and some enemies. It's a story, cute little story. Nice little story. I played through the lyrics for a couple days. Spent 2 or 3 days on it. So it's been well thought out, well scripted. I even did several different versions of it and then took from the best of all the versions that I wanted from. And I even finished it tonight right before I recorded it. I made some final edits. Beautiful little story. It's got a nice little sound to it too. I love its sound. Boy, I love its sound. I love what I did with it. When I recorded it, I thought, when I was listening to that vocal, I thought, I'm going to leave the vocal natural this time. So I've left it natural. There's no crazy, weird, robotic effects to it. Now it does have a reverb and it does have an echo. That's it. Don't even have a backing vocal. It's just sung all the way through. And just got a reverb and I cleaned it up, of course. I put it, like when I took that screenshot on Facebook. I pumped it up some. Pump it up, pump it up, pump. Because I kind of record low anyway. My voice is low. I don't scream and shout. Let's scream. Let's shout. Let's turn this mother back. Keep it on. But you don't quit. Unless I shout, my voice is low. That's the satire. You're another schmuck. Now, if God tells me to do something, I'll do it. I'm not doing nothing unless God tells me. That's what Rodney always tells people to do. He's even telling the fighters at the Fighters Day thing. He said, only do what God tells you to do. He always instructs his people to do that. Only do what God tells you to do. Nothing more, nothing less. If he tells me to get up and say something, I'll say it. But until then, I'm keeping quiet. Cause I'm sick of it all. We're in a people says the best of times and worst of times. No, I think it's just worse. I mean, I look at history. I read history books. I watch stuff on history can only sell time as down bad as this. And the degenerate global, and I better hush, I'm on these other sites. I forgot I wasn't on Rumble. But I'm just telling you, I'm fed up. I'm out of it. I never was a part of it anyway. I never was a part of you. I never was a part of it anyway. But now I just didn't want to be taken over by individuals that want to control each and every facet of your life. I mean, some things should be controlled. Like if it's bad for the public in general or it's bad for people, maybe you should control it. Maybe you should talk about controlling it. I know there's some anarchists out there that want to believe otherwise, but for society, even God knew this. He gave the Israelites rules. He knew that you had to have rules in society to live. So if overall it's bad, control that. You have to control stuff like that. But I won't let as less control as possible. I don't want a nanny in my house with a camera looking at me, barking at me like the 1984. And that's the world some of these people are building. But now I do believe you have to have rules and regulations. You can't live with barbarians and animals. I could unmute this and you'll hear what barbarian animals sound like. So that's what you get in this town. And they're actually fussing over the right to be barbarians. Brutes. Well, I hate to tell you, you don't have a constitutional right for that. You're treading on other people's pursuit of happiness. You got to have rules and regulations. But at the same time, you don't want a dictator. When you listen to some part, well, Dalton's included. Georgia's just one big noise pollution. I found that out when we rode as far as 3 hours down to Macon.
Bless my soul.
Bless my soul. Corporate stooge. Corporate, I love that one. And she's got that police on her bow tie. And I didn't really want to deal with the police today. I don't know why I had to steal his wagon. Guess I needed some time to get away. I didn't want no police today. Some time to get away. You know, it's a popular song to... A popular song for karaoke and stuff. Just needed some peace of mind. It's a band. Guns N' Roses didn't even put it out when they put out the remasters. Of course, that got him in trouble. My God, he was just being honest. He was just giving his honest account of how he felt when he got to... And there wasn't nothing racist about it. He was tired of dealing with everybody. I mean, how is that racism? When you're tired, when you're sick of it all... I mean, he was addressing every single little thing you could address when he ran what he ran into in that city. In that city. He was just fed up. He wasn't being racist, he was being fed up. And he was calling them slang terms. You know my only fault with that song? I'm going to give y'all my own critique of that song. And it's not really a bad one. My own little critique. You notice when he addressed the part about the immigrants, he didn't substantiate between illegal alien and immigrant, because there is a difference. That's my little bit of critique. Other than that, he's just being honest with how he felt. He's fed up with them all. He didn't want to mess with the punks. He didn't want to mess with the thugs. He didn't want to deal with the police. He had enough of that in Indiana. When he left, if you read his story, he was I was the G version of him. You know, the PG version. He was the rated R. And I didn't notice at the time I was even throwing Guns N' Roses in their face and fighting them with the T-shirt. I had to fight. They wanted to throw me. You know, they was threatening those kids for suspension over fighting them on their policies. I had to fight for. I had to get thrown in attention for a shirt. Now they threw me in for being late too, but it was mainly the shirt. It's because I refused to not wear it. I was told that if I wore it one more time, I was going to be in suspension, and I was in suspension. And I remember this boy. He got to the end of the day. What are you in here for? I see you do nothing but sleep most of the time. I said, I'm in here for this Guns N' Roses shirt. You're in there for that, he says. I got in there for knocking some sucker out. That's what he told me. Knocking somebody out. He hit somebody. He was shocked that I was in there for a freaking Guns N' Roses t-shirt. Now let's say it. A fucking Guns N' Roses t-shirt. He could not believe I was sitting in there with some bad dudes. There's a lot in there that was in there for bad things. And I was sitting, and some girls too. They were in there for kicking people's butts and punching people and fighting at school and fighting at lunch and fighting at this and that. And I was in there for a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. Oh, and sleeping and late and being late or staying out. And I was in there for what? A Guns N' Roses logo. Just a logo. It's just that Guns N' Roses, you know, that big circle. That's all it was. It wasn't a t-shirt with the lady on the back, the pointer on the back. Y'all know the one for the 1 in a Million. And the one that Patience was on the album. Gianna Lies. By the way, we used to ride the bus, this little girl, she had the actual shirt. Now, she was sent there the very same day. I said, I see they got you too. She said, she grinned at me and she said, yeah. I said, I like your shirt. Yours is worth getting in trouble for. I told her that. Why, thank you, she said. We used to ride the bus with her. Oh, there's a funny story about that one time. Them kids used to make fun of us. Me and my sister, we would run from this big dog. And they saw us running and they picked and laughed at us. And they come down to her and her boyfriend. He looked like a little mini rocker. He had a Steven Adler hair growing. He was trying to do it. He hadn't completely grew it out yet. It was shoulder length, but it's like he's trying to do it like Steven Adler. And they come down and I told my sister, we were sitting on the porch. I said, oh boy, they fixing to get it. They fixing to see. He was a big dog, and I kid you not, his tongue was big and wide. He was big. He was probably about, well, I'm 6 feet. He's probably up to my belly or titties. He is a big dog. He was a hairy dog. He was big and hairy. You remember like the one that was on, he's big. He was a fuzzy thing. Yeah, he looked like he looked like a behemoth or something. He was hairy. They come down the hill, and I waved at them when I was going down. I said, watch, they're going to come running. They come running back up. You saw him, didn't he? And they both shook their heads while I was laughing and running back up the road. I said, well, now you see why we was running. I told them that. Now you see why we was running. He was a big old dog. I mean, I'm 6 feet. He was up to my freaking titties. Big, huge, hairy thing. We was scared of him. They were too. Now they laughed at us when they saw us running. We heard them on the bus pointing, and you could see them. They was pointing out the window, laughing at us as we was running. And I told my sister, I said, "Oh boy, they fixing to see him, because he's out down there. I already knew he was out. I seen him. You could see him from the hill. He was huge. He had a big old tongue. The tongue was what scared me. My fucking size, that tongue. That tongue scared me. I had never seen a tongue that big. He was like a gigantic dog. He was hairy, he was bushy. He had hair all over him, like he was a flappy thing. Big old floppy ears, big old feet, and a big tongue. That big tongue's what got me. But anyway, she come in the office that day, and I said, "I see they got you." I said, "Oh, I love your shirt." I said, "Yours is worth getting in trouble over." I'd have wore it too if I could. I couldn't find it my size. I'm big and tall. I had to have shirts to fit both the long and the fat. I thank the Lord I'm a little thinner now than I was back then. Just a little. About 45 pounds. 45 pounds less than what I was back then. I was a big kid my whole life, from second grade up. She told me, "I'm never gonna stop wearing my shirt either." And I said, "Me neither." That was a nice car. I should have stole it. Carry a baby outside. There won't be time where you're with it too. Yes. And don't you cry no more. Bomb. I'm just driving around. Bomb, 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 bomb. I wonder where that guy's at. Bomb, 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 bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. But y'all know what? You know what I got, don't you? A Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A holiday roll. Boy, that's my favorite movie. A holiday roll. A holiday roll. Holiday roll. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck is that? Updated Fortnite. I'm not really a big fan of Fortnite. I downloaded it because it's free. If you'd had bought that fucker, I wouldn't have bought it. There ain't no way I'd pay for that. I may hurt some Fortnite people fans. I don't give a fuck. I'm just not crazy about Fortnite. I'm okay with it. I mean, it ain't the worst in the world. I won't knock it. But I'm not a big fan. I don't hate it or like it. Let's put it that way. So there ain't no reason to get mad at me. I don't really hate it. Although I wouldn't really care if you got mad at me or not. I don't care whether people get so mad at me. I make people mad every day. I make a new friend every day. The Savage used to say that on his radio. He used to say, "I make a new enemy every day," or new friend every day. That was how he put it. I got an email or something. Let's see what it is. Let's pull over. Pull over! Pull over! That's one of my favorite movies, too. Super Fuzz. Pull over! What is this? Let's try it. Pull over! How do you get them little tags by your name? I is him. Some nice names. Whew. I probably should have just laid down, but I slept all night, so. I wanted to do a little bit of gaming, because I worked all night. It wasn't really what you call work, just slave driving work. It was fun work. Like, I was actually excited when I heard that music and how good I recorded my vocal. There's some couple parts I messed it up. Like I thought I could have done it better. What color we want? Let's go with the blue. Right, baby. Okay. Oh. We're doing a race. A no contract race. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I like that, sir. That camouflage car, baby. Now that is neat. Oh yeah, I remember this track now. I quit doing that, John. I'm probably more. If you're watching me this morning, thank you. If you're not watching me, if you watch me later, thank you. Whatever time you're watching this, thank you. In the future, thank you. You know, that's one thing about when you're broadcasting. Like, say, even like when Billy Graham and them would broadcast. You know that thing lives through time? You can be watching that broadcast 100 years from today, if it was up somewhere. And they're just hearing me for the first time, even though they may not be hearing me while I'm broadcasting. If it was up somewhere like 100 years ago, 100 years now, you could listen to me. And I'd be talking to them 100 years later, in the future. I actually watched a Billy Graham sermon. One time we went to, was it the mountains or Florida? I can't remember. But I was scrolling the Roku and they had a Billy Graham channel on there. And I yelled out, "Oh, cool, it's my birthday, 1950 something. August 3rd, 1950 something. And I was listening to Billy Graham doing a sermon on my birthday in the 1950s, long before 1975 when I was born. And that gave me the thought, even though he said that years ago, I'm hearing it today. And that was that day then. It's been a couple years now. But I'm hearing him for the first time. But it's my birthday, years before my birthday. And that was cool and neat. I thought that was neat. I never was a big fan of Billy Graham, by the way. Neither was my mother. People used to get mad at her because she didn't like him. But now she did like Swagger. So did my grandmother. I didn't land. Mr. Jimmy Swaggart. He's still around. He's got that song, whatever channel on YouTube. You find him on YouTube. I watch him every once in a while. Yeah, I know about his troubles. You want to know what I say about that? You just have to keep at a check. When you're a man, men love women. It's a natural thing that Satan uses against us. Men are supposed to love women anyway. People says, "Oh, he's a true yeah, he's a Christian, but he's still a man." People can mess up. Oh my God! I love that camouflage car. You know, that camouflage car reminds me of one of my favorite guitarists, Mr. Dimebag Darrell. Boy, I'll never have an album as hard as Pantera. Jump down now. Of course, you won't have it anyway. Nobody was like the brothers. Nobody plays like the brothers. They were two cool dudes. Oh lordy. Ho ho ho! Raised on Van Halen and Kiss. And made their own style. You know, that's another thing about Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain. You know, I can see everything that he took from, but yet he made it his own. Mr. Kurt Cobain, he was a mixture of a lot of stuff, and he took it and he mixed it with his own unique thing. And he had all the dudes back then jealous of him. I wasn't ever jealous of him. He always was an inspiration to me. Him and Axl both. I think that's people's problem with Axl Rose too. They're always throwing off on. They're just fucking jealous of Axl Rose. They're just fucking jealous of Axl Rose. I'll never get jealous of anybody. Try not to anyway. If I ever did, I laughed it off. I made fun of my ass. You're not supposed to be jealous of people. Jealousy's an ugly thing. Ugly thing. Of course, we was raised died. You know what my mother did? She came up with this plan. When we had birthdays, she would buy me something. She would buy my sister something. And if it was my sister's birthday, same process. She raised us that way. And we rarely get jealous of people. She raised us that way. Somebody walking. Somebody's walking. Somebody's walking to my door. I changed that just a bit. Sucker punch. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna go back into a private real quick because I'm gonna get off here. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna change the clothes and stuff. Probably have to get me something to drink if I even tried it. I don't know. No, I may just try to go to sleep later. We'll see, because I slept a long time last night. I slept 8 and watched the soap opera and took my pills. My last diabetes medicines. And then I recorded my song. But tell me why. Is it not got a microphone? Oh. Tell me why. You had to go. Tell me why. Yeah. You had to go. Say what are my own lyrics there? Okay. She got her dirty ass a bath. Now she's gonna change her dirty ass clothes. Let's put some different shoes. Let's hear what the city of Dalton sounds like this morning. The city of Dalton. I hear the birds. And that old plan, of course. Boy, listen to the birds. They sound happy this morning. I love the birds. They're beautiful. It's humans I can't stand. Heels and the workout shorts. That don't fit at all, does it? That doesn't fit at all. Take the hat off. There we go. Now we got our dress for the next time we sign into this game. Of course, a lot of times I usually sign on to the Xbox. I rarely sign into the PlayStation version. She's sweating in her smoky room. Okay, I'll see y'all later. If you're wondering what I was doing, Ben Lab has a suite. I was testing my waters out with it tonight. I like my masters on that as well, but let's turn that down. It's starting to get noisy. I was testing that suite out too. They got some snazzy plugins and stuff on there. You know, I've been usually using BandLab to make the beats. But tonight I actually tried it suite out. I mean, I'm talking about my Nirvana cover. I like what it did in the Nirvana cover. I was able to fix it better than I done it on the computer. I added a snazzy plug-in to it, to an alternative radio plug-in. And it gave it a better sound. I wished I'd have done that on the Danzig cover. I didn't know about this stuff. I discovered it tonight while playing with it. And I thought, oh, cool, I could master my songs with this. There's some snazzy stuff on that website. Okay. Of course, I'm not going to get too used to it. I'm going to tell you, a site used to be really good. L&R. They've added all kinds of services, too. They went up on their price significantly. Right now I'm on the old plan. But I'm going to have to quit using it. That's why I learned to do it myself. And I sure am thankful I learned to do it myself. Because if it gets to push comes to shove, I can do it myself. Okay, I will see y'all next time. Ben Lab supposedly is for artists, but we'll see how that goes in the future.